B. Simone tries shaming men that work 9 to 5s, and it instantly backfires in her face. This is what you get, ladies. You're not better than men that work 9 to 5s. These are some of the best men on the market. Let's get straight into this.
He can't have a 9 to 5.
What? Why not? You don't want him to have an honest job?
I mean, he could be a hustling entrepreneur.
So you want him to be you want CEO status?
Yes.
Okay, he can't
so
like he can't clock in and clock out.
No.
Damn, B.
I think
Simone.
entrepreneurs should date entrepreneurs.
Okay, but still, there's people who have really good.
Bro, she looks like a whole eggplant. Talking about only date. Like, look at this face. Looking like she's an extra on the oblongs. Talking about only date entrepreneurs. What? You're not in the pretty, beautiful, or gorgeous category. The men that want to date women that are pretty, beautiful, and gorgeous are typically guys that make more money, right? Well, most men want to date those girls, but ladies, if you're not pretty, beautiful, or gorgeous, you don't even qualify for a guy who's a millionaire. You're not even in his sights. You're invisible to him. Just like ladies, guys that are short are invisible to you. Newsflash, you're invisible to those men. I don't make the rules. I just enforce them.
There's people who have really good jobs with vocational skills. If he's a mechanic.
I'm sure, but no, you're not going to understand my lifestyle. You're not going to understand why I'm up at 3 a.m.
Damn, you're making this hard for me. Okay.
I own my own business. YouTube's my business. I'm never up at 3 a.m. Why I'm up at 3 a.m.? What are you doing? Have SOPs, have standard operating procedures in place where you don't have to be up at 3 a.m.
Okay, all right.
You know, he has to be an entrepreneur.
A business owner. He getting one of them stimulus packages from Donald Trump, one of them small business loans, and he ain't buying jewelry.
Just my finances. Like, the budgeting, you see how I am.
I don't feel bad at all. It's just my finances. It's just the budgeting. You mean doing what everybody else has to do all the time?
You stupid.
You mean being an adult?
Stupid.
Why am I supposed to feel bad for you? Because now you don't have all this extra money to just blow on stupid stuff. Let's go back to this guy. It just doesn't get you, dude. When karma gets served like this, I feel like a cafeteria lunch lady feeding the kiddos. It just makes me happy.
And he ain't buying jewelry.
Just my finances. Like, the budgeting, you see how I am. Nitpicking every little thing. I've never been like that. We were in Bloomingdale's yesterday. I'm like, we have to go to H&M.
Yeah.
We got to go to H&M. Bro, I still go to H&M. I love H&M. It's cheap clothes, whatever, dude.
Like, I notice it in me now, just nitpicking. And it's not even, I just don't have it like to spend the liquid. Yeah. I'm used to having liquid. I'm used to seeing a certain amount in my account.
But I don't resent you.
But the thing is, you blew it. You blew it. You absolutely blew it. You had all that money and then you weren't living the right way. That's what happens when you're frivolous with your funds. Chat, you got to realize that no matter how good things are right now, they could go south real quick, brother man. I understand that what I do for a living could go south really quick, brother man. That's why consistency is key, and also humility is key. Because in my opinion, if I start boasting and bragging and saying things like, oh, I'm just the best to ever do it, I'm the level. No, the universe is going to hear that and go, oh, you need some humble pie. I was going through the comments the other day and I saw somebody be like, Levi, don't talk down on yourself. Don't say things like, you know, you're beat to bits and you have a big forehead. The thing is, I'm beat to bits and I have a big forehead. It is what it is. But humility has got me to where I am today. I try to be humble, try to have humility. I'm just a regular, everyday, average guy. I'm not anything special. And I think if you remind yourself that, that's exactly what you should do. Marcus Aurelius talks about in the Meditations where he had a man that would follow him and just always tell him, you are just a man. You are just a man. I did an interview with Jake Rattlesnake on the channel. It's an old video, but if you don't watch his channel, you definitely should. Jake Rattlesnake, awesome guy. But we talked about young men need to go through an ego death where you realize that your ego is something that is going to not help you but hinder you. And you need to kill your ego. Realize that you are just a man. In this grand scheme of thing we call life, you're just one ant in this entire ant pile. You're not as special as you think you are. Everyone is replaceable. Look what happened to, what was his name? The guy that assassinated that freaking CEO of that, pharmaceutical company. They had a new CEO in that butt, or they had a new butt in that seat the next day for that company. Like, dude, this stuff happens all the time. So further on in this podcast, you get to really see how bad of a person B. Simone is. I didn't know a lot about her. I just knew she was boisterous. I knew she bragged a lot online. I'm going to play another clip here where her friend is opening up to her, and then I'll play some satire. But her friend is opening up to her talking about, I was going through a lot of stuff. But first, the clip I'm going to play is she has employees, but just listen to the way she talks about her employees. Like, just listen to this.
You know, your long-term goal is for you to be a CEO and have your own podcast and be a superstar. I need to know that day one.
For sure.
I don't want anybody. I mean, we talked about like the team thing. I'm really big on this team right now.
You
Like,
are.
team.
Yeah.
I've gotten to the point where it's like, okay, if you're here for a year, that's fine. But in this,
And every time you say team, I get it.
I know, because it's trauma. But in this,
No, I don't think it's trauma.
what do you think it is?
I think that right now, I don't even know if you're supposed to be focused on that.
No, I feel like I am.
That?
Here's my thing with the whole team thing, and let me know what you guys think. You know, when you start working at a new company and like, here we're family. Look around. This is your family. No, you're not.
How about new?
You guys are not my family, bro. It always cracks me up where companies try to say like, we're family here. When you're here, you're family. Baby girl, I work at Arby's. We're not family at Arby's. I make the roast beef sandwiches. I put them on the table. The big bags come in and eat them.
Big bag, big bag.
And it is what it is. I'm gonna be honest. I went to Arby's the other day with Cass. Not bad. A little roast queef sandwich with the little sauce on it. Not horrible. Not horrible. A horrible segue. Anyways, when people talk about a team, everybody plays a different role, right? Just like in a relationship, everyone plays a different role. B. Simone in this scenario is talking about, I don't want my team, my employees, to have any visions greater than doing what they're doing for me. Bro, I want everybody that ever works with me, collabs with me, to do bigger and better and greater things. Cool. If I need to be the stepping stone for you to be great in this business, awesome, go for it. Work for me for a bit, make some clips. I have a few young guys. Shout out to the young guys that have reached out. I have a few young guys that are making clips for me right now, but they have aspirations of, having their own clips channel or being a YouTuber. Great. Come in, work for me, and I will teach you everything I know. I've had people reach out to me. Young guns. Hey, Levi, I want to be like you. Cool. Book a time. If they can't afford to book a time, I'll give them as much value as I can in the allotted time that I typically spend on my phone responding to DMs, and I'll give them as much value as possible. So, but when you are this selfish and you're like, I don't want anyone else to have a vision other than myself, or I don't want anyone else to have any more ambition than me, I don't want anyone to achieve anything more than me, it's such a selfish way to think about things. I don't know, chat, do you agree? Let's get back to this clip.
I feel like it's all coming together too. I feel like it's in such a good space.
Okay. You're supposed to be focused on that.
No. This,
And every time you say team, I get it.
I know. Because it's trauma. But in this,
No, I don't think it's trauma.
what do you think it is?
I think that right now, I don't even know if you're supposed to be focused on that.
No, I feel like I am.
That?
I feel like it's all coming together too. I feel like it's in such a good space.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Such a good space, but you just said self-admittedly that you were broke? Huh?
Maybe mine is trauma.
Yeah.
I'm like, ugh.
Pray about it, think about
Yeah,
it.
sure. Okay.
And then come back to me. But the team, I'm like, I used to be real big on like, you need to be with me for 10 years and build this and build. Well, I told you that. I was like, why doesn't people stay and just build the legacy and I could just make millionaires? Like what Tyler Perry's doing.
Literally.
You don't need to go make another Tyler Perry Studios.
Yeah.
Help
I'm
him.
giving it to you. Yes.
Like I am trying to.
Here's the thing, B. Simone. Tyler Perry might actually be a good leader. Shots fired! You ever think about that? Maybe you're not a good leader? I don't know about you guys. Let me know in the chat right now. Some of the worst managers I ever had were women. They were demeaning, disrespectful. I was one of the highest performers, and I would get shat on, spray farted on. But the other girls that weren't doing well, they're like, it's okay. It's okay, girl. You're doing your best. Like, she hasn't hit her number in 2 months, dude. You're gonna praise her and chastise me? Like, bro, get out of here, bro. It's like, I don't think women make bad leaders, but I think in general, women aren't as good of leaders as men are. Ain't that right, Loki? I've fallen at work and been injured. Oh, wait. I should call my lawyer.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan.
Hey, John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. It's Levi Nichs of YouTube. Can I get some cash, please?
Morgan and 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 Morgan.
Did you know that your injury could be worth millions of dollars? Morgan & Morgan is the largest injury law firm in America, and they've recovered over $20 billion for their clients. $20 billion? That's a lot of cash. The insurance companies tried to lowball me, but Morgan & Morgan was able to take my pain and suffering and turn it into cold, hard cash. It's almost a good thing I was injured. But wait. How much is Morgan & Morgan gonna cost me? You never owe them legal fees unless they're successful. So it's completely free unless you win? Yeah. Hiring a lawyer? That sounds like really difficult. It's actually super easy. You can just go to their website, and in a couple clicks, you can find out if you have a case. And you can literally do it from your smartphone. And remember, there is only one Morgan & Morgan. Wait, it's two names though. How is it? Give me the script. Oh, both their last names. Okay, I get it. Okay, roll it. You can start your claim today by going to forthepeople.com/Levi, found in the description below. So if you're injured, you can trust Morgan & Morgan. Y'all know what time it is. He's a little tired, boy. Went out for a run this morning, trying to get that six-pack. Took him to PetSmart. He got a little bath, and look, he's got his little scarf on. Aww. Doesn't he look cute? Loki, free. Good boy. He loves that new couch. What do you guys think about the new couch? You guys like it? I thought it was a great addition. Shout out to you guys for recommending it. I think it looks amazing. I think he looks great on it. Gives him like he needs like a nice chair. I don't know if you can see to the right side of the screen there. I got Cass a chair for in here because I want her to be able to hang out in here with me, you know? Like so many times I have to sit in here alone and just make these videos. And I'd love it if my beautiful wife sat in here sometimes. All right, let's get back into this B. Simone craziness.
Fine that, but I also understand there's other leaders out there. There's other CEOs. There's other women with vision and their own purpose, right? I just, if you're going to be with me for a year, in that year, the vision is LTTA. The vision can't be whatever the fuck you're trying to do, excuse my language, Lord, off to the side. Like, do it after that year then. I want people around because I'm tired of starting over.
But see, that's why I think the conversation of team is premature.
But why?
Because I don't really think you feel like that.
What do you think I feel like?
I think you want us here longer than a year.
I do. Right. I do. But I'm okay.
No, you're not.
No, I am. I swear I am. If we know the intent.
Bro, this is why it's so important to have good friends around you. This chick sounds like a good friend. This chick right here, I do not know who it is. I don't know if you noticed though, like how tone deaf B. Simone is, and she doesn't want to hear anything her friend has to say. Not a single thing. Every bit of advice she's trying to give her, she doesn't want to hear any of it. That level of tone deafness just reeks of narcissism, in my opinion.
A best friend with a celebrity, everybody thinks that, oh, because you're connected to this person, then your life is just as grand as theirs, or you got
it, or they helping you.
Baby, didn't have a job, living with my parents, a single mom. All this happened to me this past year.
Jesus.
Wait, did you say single mom? Okay, we'll stop it there. This Jesus that B. Simone said is going viral as well. So let's just hear this again so you guys get the full effect of this Jesus.
All this happened to me this past year.
Jesus.
And then it's like to not have resentment in my heart towards you because I saw you do this for other people. I saw you give a check to somebody to help them through whatever they went through. And it's like, God, like nobody didn't give me a handout, but guess what? That wasn't your responsibility. God had to take me through that for my own season, for my own thing. I had to get my car repossessed.
Jesus.
I had to go through the food stamps line. I had to be on Medicaid because whatever I'm building my story too. But it's like, as a friend,
this chick is great.
Somebody who has it, it's hard to digest. They're probably shocked that I'm not even saying this right.
Yeah, no, I love this chick. I think she's great. She's owning up to that humility. She seems genuinely like a good friend. This guy came out with some satire, bro. You got to check this dude out. Like, this cracked me up.
I had to get my car repossessed. I had to have my house blow up. I had to move back in with my mom. I had to end up a single mom. I had to get taken away to another planet and tortured and experimented on by aliens. I had to burn in hell and meet the devil twice. And you could have helped me. You could have helped me. I watched you help everybody else. You gave checks to everybody else. You know, you let me drown while you was walking on water. You was out here kicking ass and you let life jump me in the back of an alley and beat me half to death with a sledgehammer and a wooden paddle. But I don't resent you. It's not your responsibility. Jesus. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. J-E-S-U-S, Jesus in Spanish. Jesus, tap dancing Christ. Something about the name Jesus. I don't give a damn about what you just said, but Jesus.
So if you know,
Bro, that is so good. So good. And I don't know if you guys have seen this other trend on TikTok. It's called Who Said That? Like people basically say like things that are a harsh reality, and then they go, who said that?
Even saying this right.
Because Simone has a God complex, so she's never going to help a friend that is struggling because she actually picks friends that are struggling so that she can stay on a pedestal that she placed herself on.
Who said that?
Be some
Crushed.
on the type of bitch that'll let you just walk around the club, period blood, licking through your shit, and won't tell you shit until the end of the night. Not even the end of the night, until you notice that shit. Shit sound dumb as don't it? The same analogy y'all should have for as the reason why you sitting up here watching your best friend struggle. And then you rich as fuck at that. Like, see, I could understand if it was just the outside friend, somebody that you just kick it with here and there. But no, this was somebody you really title as your best friend. And then the best friend trying to forgive it and look past it by saying, well, she didn't have to do nothing for me. We grown, woo, woo, woo. If a is not beneficial to you, I don't give no fuck what nobody said. They need to move the fuck around. Cause I know somehow, some way you was beneficial to her. Even if that was being around her, or letting her vent to you and like that. Like, it was some reason she had you around. And really, she probably was feeding off of that whole you struggling shit. And that's literally what you call a monitoring spirit. Cause what is you around me for just watching me struggle and not trying to help me progress or grow? Like, what the fuck?
This is so true. So I went to my hometown this weekend and saw one of my really good friends, really, really good buddies. Known him for a very long time. Top 5 friends for sure. He's going through a rough patch right now, and tried to give him advice. Tried to give him some life advice. Say, hey man, if you'd like to be doing what I'm doing, I could help you, or if you need anything from me, let me know. And he didn't want to hear any of it. And the realization I came to is that your closest friends will never see you as a point of authority. They will never see you as someone who has their stuff together. They're always going to see you as that teenager idiot that you guys used to hang out and be together. That's what they're going to see you as. So I noticed that no matter what I said to him, I would try to give him some constructive criticism. I would try to say, you know what, man, here's what you should do. These are some quotes I live by. Discipline's the highest form of self-love. You need some more discipline. You need some more structure in your life. I think that would help you. Didn't want to hear any of it. Didn't want to hear any of it. And it's truly sad because those that are closest to us, we want to help out the most. You want to help out your partner. You want to help out your friends. In the chat, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. You want to help out the people that you're close to, your friends, your family. You want to help those people out. But it seems like there's a weird dynamic when you're really close to someone emotionally and they actually know who you are. And even though you have progressed and maybe you've achieved success, they really don't see you as someone who has their stuff together. They really don't see you as someone who knows what they're talking about. Like if one of my family members or one of my friends came up and said, Levi, I want to start a YouTube channel, I would tell them exactly what to do. I've actually done this a few times, and the people that I told what to do, they didn't even listen to me. They didn't listen to me. I said, hey, you need to post every day for a year. What do I post? Whatever you feel like. The strategy behind it, the content you post, it doesn't matter. Just get in the habit of posting every day, and you're already halfway there. Then we can, structure it down to find your niche, your audience, blah, 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 your branding, cool. But most people won't even listen to me when I say post every day. Or pick a schedule. I've had people really close to me ask, Levi, how in 2 years do you have 200,000 subscribers? I post at the same time every single day for 2 years. People don't listen to me. Like, I don't know what it is. But do you guys feel the same way? Help me put it into words, chat. Let me know in the comments what this phenomenon is. The way I came up with it was, the people that are close to you will never see you as a point of authority. What do you guys think that is in the comments? Let me know in the chat. What is it about people that are close to you? They don't really want to take your life advice. They don't see you as someone who actually knows what they're talking about. They just see you as the person they knew when they met you. Especially if you guys were young together. They just see you as that young, dumb idiot that you guys always were together. I don't know what it is. I'm trying to put it into words, so please help me in the comments. But Loki, did you have a good time? I love the new fart sound. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It was good to have you guys out, man. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.